Hello everybody, it's Heidi again, Yoga Body and Soul. This is the 1 hour beginner flow class. So in my regular beginner flow class we've been breaking down the sun salutation. So we're just going to do that. We'll just slow it down, get the body warmed up. We'll add in a few standing postures to break down a little bit. So if you would like to grab a block if you have it, or maybe, I don't know, you have some books or something like that in place of the block. Sometimes it's just handy for maybe reaching closer to the floor in a posture. Hope everyone's having a good Friday morning and all this craziness. Here the sun is not shining, it's been raining, but that's alright. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started with some breathing. So just sit comfortably in a cross-legged position. The back is nice and tall, stacking the shoulders over the hips, reaching the top of the head up towards the ceiling. We're going to close the eyes. Hands can rest on the knees. And we're going to breathe through the nose. Just nice, smooth, deep breaths. As you start to deepen the breath, notice the body, any tension held, maybe the hips, shoulders, jaw, neck. Every exhale, start to release some of that tension towards the floor. Still sitting tall. Start to relax the body. To calm the mind, start to quiet any thoughts or worries, just focus on the breath. Noticing each inhale as the air fills up the belly, fills up the lungs. And then notice every exhale as all the air leaves the body. The belly button sinks towards the spine, the body relaxes just a little more. All right, last breath here. Now we're going to link some movement with the breath. So on the next inhale, we're going to reach those arms out to the sides and all the way up, touching the hands together at the top. Exhale, sweep them back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up. arms up. Exhale, sweep them back down. Hands can rest on the knees. We'll do some neck stretches. So sitting tall. Inhale here at center. And then exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop the head down to the right ear coming towards the right shoulder. Inhale, center. And then exhale, drop the head down to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop the head down to the right, and we're going to hold it here. You can reach that left hand towards the floor, the arms straight, get a little bit more into that upper part of the shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, drop the head down to the left, and we'll hold it here. Reach that right arm towards the floor. Inhale back to center. And then on the next exhale, we're going to twist the body to the right. So right hand comes behind you, left hand to the right knee, looking over the shoulder just as much as is comfortable. Inhale back to the front. And then exhale, twist to the left, keeping the torso nice and tall. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the front. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Then exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. And last one to the left. We're going to come back to center on an inhale. Exhale, we're going to come to hands and knees for cat-cow pose. So you want the knees hip-width apart and directly under the hips. Tops of the feet are on the floor, hip-width apart. Hands shoulder-width apart with the wrists under the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. You have a flat back here. And then we're going to inhale, drop the belly towards the floor, bring the head up, the tailbone up. And then exhale, round the back towards the ceiling, dropping the tailbone, chin towards the chest. Inhale, belly drops down, look up. And then exhale, round the back up. 3 more rounds at your own pace. When you're done, just come to a flat back. We're going to inhale here. Exhales will be on all fours. And then we're going to inhale, we're going to reach the right arm and left leg out, trying to keep them parallel to the floor. Get a little balance here. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale down. And last one, left arm, right leg. Exhale down. From here, we're going to curl the toes under, and we're going to come up to down dog. So start to straighten the legs, lifting the hips high towards the ceiling, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to. Maybe even bend the knees, straighten the legs. You can walk one leg out at a time just to start to warm up those hamstrings. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to take as many steps as you need to walk the feet up to the hands into a forward fold. The knees are bent, just letting that torso hang down. You can grab your elbows. Maybe even sway a little here, a little movement in the hips. Coming to center, drop the arms towards the floor. And then we're just going to start to slowly ragdoll roll up, so one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders and head come up last. You're coming to standing. We're going to step the right foot back. Not a super wide stance, just whatever's comfortable for you. Toes are pointing in front of you, sides of the feet are parallel to the edges of the mat. We're going to fold down, hands coming to the floor out in front of you with a flat back here. And then we're going to inhale, and you can bend the knees as much as you need to here. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, stacking the shoulders, or you can bring that right hand to the hip. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left arm up, or left hand to the left hip. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. And last one, left arm up. Exhale, down. Just make your way back to standing. We're going to come to the front of the mat. And we're going to work on mountain here. So with the feet hip width apart and sides of the feet are parallel, really press the bottoms of the feet. So the balls of the feet, arches towards the floor, the heels, everything grounding down. Spread the toes as much as you can. Standing tall, dropping that tailbone towards the floor just a little bit, just so we don't have too much of an arch in the lower back. Arms are by the sides. Relax the shoulders. Spread the hands, the fingers wide. Reach the fingers towards the floor. The top of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling. So on each inhale, you can feel the body start to rise up. If you reach everything up towards the ceiling, just like a mountain stands nice and tall. And then on the exhales, let everything sink towards the floor. Pull those fingers down towards the floor. Just like a mountain is also standing tall, it's also grounded. Deep breaths here. Alright, we'll get some arm movement here, just like we did on the floor. So we're going to inhale, we're going to sweep those arms nice and tall, reaching above the head, palms coming together if that's comfortable. And then exhale, sweep them back down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, maybe look up between the hands or at the touching palms. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Exhale, sweep them back down. By the sides and mountain again. Alright, we're going to add a forward fold. So inhale, sweep the arms nice and tall. Then exhale, we're going to sweep the torso down to the floor. Now here's where you can use the block, either short or tall, and you can just rest your hands there if that feels nice. Keep the knees bent on this first forward fold as much as you need to. Hands can rest on the knees, if that's where you're at, maybe the shins or the floor. And maybe try to sit that tush down as much as you can, really bending those knees. And then come back, straightening the legs into more of a forward fold. Just practice that a few times, warming up the hamstrings, getting some movement here. Alright, in that forward fold, we're going to inhale and we're going to sweep the arms out, the torso up, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center, prayer position. Inhale, sweep them up, nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Knees are bent if you need them to be. Reach the top of the head towards the floor. Feel the release in the lower back and the hamstrings. Inhale, sweep it all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the heart center, prayer position. Inhale, sweep those arms up, reaching tall. Exhale, fold down. Let that torso hang down. We're going to walk the hands over to the right or just turn the body to the right, getting a little twist here, keeping those feet flat to the floor. Move the body back to center. And then walk the hands to the left or just move the torso to the left. Getting a twist on this side. Back to center. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms nice and tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Check in with the body. Notice maybe the heart is sped up, the body's warming up. Just a little bit of movement can make the body start to feel good. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, we're going to add just a half lift, so just bringing the chest up, back is flat. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Again, sweep them up tall. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down, hang out in this forward fold for a few breaths. Maybe play with straightening the legs just a little bit more. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Alright, we'll flow here and we'll add plank and a back bend. So inhale, sweep the arms tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. And then either take several steps or 2 big steps back to plank. So remember, for plank, you're up on your toes. Feet are hip width apart. The tailbone is working its way towards the feet. Squeeze those abs up. Wrists are under the shoulders. Hands are shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers. Spread those shoulders. Bring the knees to the floor. And maintain plank in the upper part of the body. So keeping those shoulders strong, arms straight. All right, and then just straighten those legs again, coming into full plank. And if you need to be on the knees the whole time, that's totally okay. Just do what feels good for the body. Drop the knees down. Breathe through the nose, nice deep breaths. Again, straighten those legs, full plank. Really squeeze those abs up, pull that belly button towards the spine. Knees to the floor. Start to feel it in the shoulders, start to feel it in the arms, in the abs, in the legs. One more time. Straighten those legs, full plank. Breathe. And then go ahead and bring the knees down. All right, we're going to go ahead and come onto our bellies. We're going to do a couple of back bends. All right, once you've got the belly and the hips settled towards the floor, feet are hip width apart, tops of the feet are resting on the floor. Hands can just be under the shoulders to start. We're going to do Sphinx pose, which is a gentler back bend than Cobra. That is actually what we do in a sun salutation. So we'll practice a Cobra here too. Let's start with Sphinx pose. So come up, bringing the elbows directly under the shoulders and shoulder width apart. Palms are on the floor in front of you. And then just bring that chest up. And you'll notice you'll feel that back bend in the lower back, but it's very gentle. Breathe here. Really pull those shoulder blades back towards the spine. All right, bring those hands back under the shoulders and just bring the torso down. Rest the forehead on the floor and relax the body down. All right, we'll do another one called seal pose. This is usually used in a yin class, but it's a good back bend and sometimes a little more accessible than some of the other ones. So you're going to have that same action as in Sphinx, but you're going to bring the hands out a little bit more in front of the shoulders and out to the sides. And you're going to bring the chest and the belly up, straightening the arms, relaxing the shoulders down the back. And you'll see how that's similar to the last back bend, is just a little more intense. So if you need to do Sphinx here again, go ahead. Just bring those elbows to the floor, shoulder width apart. Deep breaths here. And slowly come down. Bring the hands back into the shoulders, relax the head and chest down. And then we'll do a Cobra just so we remember what goes in the sun salutation. So the hands are under the shoulders. Reach the tailbone towards the feet. And on an inhale, just bring the chest up. And if you just want to let the hands hover above the floor a little bit, you'll get a feel in the shoulders and in the back, where that back bend is without using the arms. Come down, rest the forehead down. do it again. This time come up a little bit higher if you feel like it. So remember the hands are in the shoulders. We tuck the elbows into the sides of the body for cobra. So inhale, bring that chest up. Maybe even push the floor away a little, straightening the arms just a little bit. Elbows are still bent. Squeezing the shoulder blades back. Tailbone towards the feet. And then bring it back down. Relax the body. We're going to push up to hands and knees, tabletop. Make sure the knees are under the hips, wrists are under the shoulders. We're going to practice down dog, but we're going to start with puppy dog, which you can do instead of down dog if it feels better. And when you do puppy dog, you get the upper body into the position that it needs to be for the full down dog. So if you feel like when you get in down dog that your shoulders aren't releasing enough, this puppy dog will show you eventually where you're closer to the full pose. All right, so just start to walk the hands out, still shoulder width apart. So the arms are straight. You're dropping the belly and the chest down. The ears are resting between the upper arms. Hips are above the knees. And you start to get a feel for how much of a stretch this is in the upper body when you get into full down dog. And if this is more accessible, then please try this one until you feel more comfortable with down dog. All right, walk those hands back to under the shoulders. All right, so we're going to curl the toes under for down dog. We're going to start to straighten the legs, lifting the hips high towards the ceiling. And so if you're pushing the floor away, making that spine nice and long, trying to reach the ears between the upper arms, you're going to start to feel that same sensation as in puppy dog. You're just going to lift the hips really high, and then you just release through the hamstrings, heels coming towards the floor. Go ahead and come down to the knees. I know that one's hard to hold. They call it a resting pose sometimes, which I don't know. It's good overall stretch though, so it's good to practice if your hips are feeling tight or the hamstrings. All right, so with the toes curled under, go ahead and straighten those legs again, reaching those hips towards the ceiling, spine is long, breathe. And come down to the knees. If you need to do a little wrist release, just bring the top of the hand towards the floor so the fingers are reaching towards the body, just to get a little counter stretch here for the wrists. All right, with the toes curled under, straighten those legs, pushing those hips nice and tall. Really push that floor away, get a good stretch here. We're going to inhale, exhale, take as many steps as you need till the feet reach the hands and you're in a forward fold. Bend the knees. Let the upper body hang down. Inhale, we're going to bring the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe here. Once again, take notice of the body. The heart rate might be a little bit faster. Body might be a little more warmed up. Feel what muscles maybe have some tension from the work that we did. Notice what maybe feels more flexible. All right, we're going to run through a few sun salutations. We'll take our time and then we'll speed up. So inhale, sweep those arms nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Hang down here for a second. All right, hands are going to reach towards the floor. We're going to start to take several steps or just a couple of steps back to plank. So find your plank. Remember to send the tailbone towards the feet. Spread the shoulders. Squeeze those abs. And then we're going to bring the knees, chest and belly down to the floor. Elbows are tucked in by the body, hands under the shoulders. On an inhale, come up to cobra, just as high as is comfortable. And then exhale, come back down. And from here, you can curl the toes under, push up to plank, and come into down dog. Or you can come up just to hands and knees, curl the toes under, then come up to down dog. So whatever feels better today. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, walk those feet to the hands into a forward fold. Let that upper body really hang down towards the floor. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Check in with your breathing. Try to keep those inhales and exhales through the nose, smooth and even. Inhale, sweep the arms tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Take a breath here. And then we're going to take as many steps back as you need for plank. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knees, chest and belly down. Elbows tucked in. Inhale, cobra. Bringing that chest up. Exhale. Coming down, you can come to the knees, into tabletop, or curl the toes under, coming to plank. And then we'll curl the toes, come up to down dog. Push that floor away, reach the hips high. Inhale. Exhale, walk the feet up to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do one more round here. So inhale, sweep those arms nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Hang here for a second. Then we're going to step back to plank, however many steps you need to take. Find your plank, nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale. Come all the way down to the floor, into the belly. Elbows tucked in, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, cobra. Lifting the chest, tailbone towards the feet. Exhale, come back down. You can come onto the hands and knees, or curl the toes under to come to plank. And then just come up to down dog. Inhale. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands, forward fold. Inhale, offer softer the heart up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, we'll work on some standing postures here, breaking them down a little bit. Hopefully the angle I have the camera at works. If not, I can maybe move to line myself up with the camera. We're going to work on warrior 2, and then we'll come into a reverse warrior and then a side angle, or maybe even an extended side angle. So with the front of the foot at the center of the mat, bring the right foot, there, toes pointing out, and then you're going to step that left foot back. Pretty wide stance here. That back foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. Legs are straight to start. And then just bring the hips facing in front of you. So just kind of like you're in a mountain, just your legs are apart. All right, we're going to bend that right knee, the front of the mat, and that knee is going to come over the heel. Or over the ankle, sorry. So if you feel like you can't, it's not coming to that point, maybe shorten your stance a little bit between the feet. If the knee is way too far over the ankle and it's coming over the toes, and you want to widen your stance. So you'll start to feel how you have to use those thigh muscles here. That back leg is straight, hips are even here. So you're facing in front of the body, and then just bring those arms out. Maybe lift those shoulders up towards the ceiling, and then drop them down. So those shoulders drop down the back, looking over the right fingertips. This is warrior 2. Reverse warrior, that back hand's going down that back leg a little bit. Reach that right arm up towards the ceiling, keeping the bend in the leg. And then come back to warrior 2. Step up to the front of the mat. Try not to hold you in that for too long. Starts to make the legs a little sore. All right, shake that right leg out, left leg out. We'll add the side angle on the next round. So this time the left foot is in the middle of the mat. Toes pointing out in front of you. Step that right foot back. And you want, like I said, a pretty wide stance. Back foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. And once again, hips are square down in front of you. So when you're in this pose, that back hip is rotated out towards that straight leg. All right, we're going to bend that left leg. And you want to try to push that knee towards the pinky toe. Sometimes you're maybe not as flexible in the inner thigh or in the hip. So if you need to rotate that right hip forward a little, you can. Back leg is straight. Torso is tall. And you can keep the hands on the hips here. Or you can spread those arms wide, looking over the left fingertips in order to keep the shoulders relaxed. We'll do a reverse warrior here too. So that right hand is going to reach down that right leg, left arm just reaching straight up, just keeping that bend in the front leg. Slight back bend here. Reach the hand back, so we're coming back warrior 2. And then just step up to the front of the mat. Shake the legs out. All right, so this time we'll add a side angle to the warrior 2. Right foot, center of the mat, toes pointing out. Step that left foot back. Back foot's parallel to the edge of the mat. With the legs straight to start. Hands on the hips. Bend that right knee. And so that back leg stays straight, pressing that back foot towards the floor. Bring those arms out. Warrior 2, relax the shoulders, looking over the right fingertips. Now we're going to come into a side angle. So that right elbow is going to come to that right knee. That left arm is going to sweep all the way over the head, reaching the wall in front of you. So you have a nice long stretch from that back left foot all the way through the left fingertips. Keep that knee bent. And just come back up, warrior 2. Step up to the front of the mat. Shake it out if you need to. We'll do the other side. Left foot's the center of the mat, toes pointing out. Step that right foot back, parallel to the edge of the mat. Straight legs here. Hands on the hips. So this hip should be relatively even. All right, bend that left knee, so the knee's above the ankle. Right leg is nice and straight back there. Reach those arms out, looking over the left fingertips. Side angle, bring that left elbow to the left knee, reaching that right arm. You can come here to the ceiling, but the better stretch, the fuller stretch is to reach over the head towards the wall in front of you. So you feel a side stretch here. You feel that stretch in the ribs and under the arm. Come back up, warrior two. Step up to the front of the mat. Shake the legs out, shake the arms out. All right, we're gonna flow one more time, and then we'll come to some seated postures on the floor. So standing in mountain, feet hip width apart, dropping the tailbone slightly, send those fingertips reaching towards the floor, top of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and tall. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, offer the heart halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Take as many steps as you need to step back to plank. Find your plank. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the belly, knees, and chest down. Elbows tucked in by the sides. Inhale, cobra. Lifting that chest. Exhale, back down. You can come to the knees or curl the toes under, pushing up to plank. And then send the hips towards the ceiling for down dog. Get a good stretch here, last down dog. All right, we're going to come into child's pose. And we're going to come into a wide-kneed child's pose. So the knees are at the edges of the mat, big toes touching behind you. And we're just going to start to send the hips and the tailbone and the tush towards the feet as the belly and the head come towards the floor. If you have a block or a blanket handy and you want to rest the head on that, that's fine. You can even fold the arms, resting the head on the arms. We're just taking a little rest for the body. Notice the breath. Maybe work on deepening the breath here. So on the inhales, you're really filling up that belly and the chest and even the back towards the ceiling. And then on the exhales, just letting everything sink a little bit closer towards the floor. Slowly come up, walking those hands back. We're going to come into a seated position, staff pose. So the legs are out in front of you. Come to the front of the sit bones, pull that tush back if you need to. Toes are facing the ceiling, sitting nice and tall as you can. Hands can rest by the sides. This one can be hard. Especially like for the abs, so if you're not used to sitting this tall. So this is a good one to practice if you're watching TV, which right now we all have a lot of time to do since we're stuck at home. So just when you're watching TV, maybe sit on the floor, even sit your back up against the front of your couch and just sit as tall as you can. This will help improve posture if you have any issues with that. All right, we're going to come to a seated forward fold. So sitting nice and tall. Bring the hands to the thighs. Inhale, lengthen the body up. And then on the exhale, just start to move the hands to the knees, out to the shins, keeping the back flat, and just bringing that torso towards the legs. So wherever you start to feel that hamstring stretch, just stop there. So it may feel like you're not coming down very far with keeping the back pretty flat, but you're still getting, that's where you're going to really engage those hamstrings and engage the lower back. Maybe reach the hands out just a little bit farther. And this time you can roll those shoulders forward, maybe drop the chin towards the chest. Get into that upper back and the neck. And then slowly just start to bring that torso back to a tall position again. All right, we're going to do one called East Stretch Posture, just for a little counter pose. So the hands are going to be behind you, about 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches back. Fingertips are pointing towards the toes, fingers are spread. So just get both of those palms to the floor. And you can just lift the chest towards the ceiling. And here you're getting a slight back bend. You're squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening up the front of the chest. If you want to come into the full pose, you're going to lift the hips towards the ceiling, toes coming towards the floor. So you'll still feel that stretch in the front of the chest and shoulders. Head drops back just as wherever's comfortable. Chin can even be towards the chest. And slowly come down. Back up to staff, so sitting nice and tall again. I think we're going to do head beyond the knee, is what it's called. Keep that right leg in staff pose. You're going to bend the left leg. So the bottom of the foot is going to rest near that right inner thigh. Kind of adjust the hips, find those sit bones again. And that leg is coming straight out from the hip, straight out in front of you. Sit nice and tall. Inhale, we're going to reach those arms nice and high. Torso's tall. And then on the exhale, keeping the torso and arms as one straight line, start to drop the belly down and the chest down. And then you can drop the arms down. So we're getting a little bit more of an isolated stretch on that right hamstring. And there's no need to bring the nose or the face towards the knee or the leg, just wherever you feel that stretch. Slowly walk the hands to come up. Come back into staff. This time the left leg stays there. Bend that right leg. That right bottom of the foot rests up to next to that left inner thigh. Keeping the body tall. Inhale, reach up. And keeping that back flat. Bring the belly and then the chest and then the arms down. Slowly walk the hands, bring that torso up. From here, come into a cross-leg position. Hands behind you this time, fingertips pointing out behind. Find those palms flat to the floor, and then just reach the chest towards the ceiling. All right, back up to seated. We're going to go ahead and come onto our backs. Letting the hips and the shoulders settle towards the floor. Feet are on the floor. Just going to bring those legs up as straight as you can. You can flex the feet or point the toes, maybe even roll the ankles. See a little inversion, easy inversion here. Bring the knees to the chest. We'll get a twist in here on our back. So arms reach out to the sides like a T, palms touching the floor. And with those knees at the chest, we're just going to drop them down to the right side of the body. Just relax that right knee down. Trying to keep the left shoulder on the floor. If it needs to pop up a little bit, that's okay. And if it's really too much of a stretch in that left hip, you can always bring that knee closer towards the ceiling with that foot coming towards the floor. So you're still getting that twist, but it's easing up on that hip. Slowly bring the knees back to center, back to the chest. And then we're going to drop them down to the left side of the body. Letting that left knee drop towards the floor. Right shoulder staying down on the floor if it can. Like I said, if that right hip is too intense of a stretch here, you just bring that foot to the floor with the knee reaching towards the ceiling. Relax the body. Knees back to center, back to the chest. Grab the knees. Really push them towards the body. We're going to do happy baby. So you're going to let the knees drop out to either side of the body. And the feet can just rest here touching in the middle. Or you can start to raise the bottoms of the feet towards the ceiling, coming into kind of an upside down squat position. Grabbing the thighs, the calves, or the outsides of the feet. Just letting those knees fall towards the floor. Knees back to the chest. Now we'll come into Shavasana, or final relaxation. So just drop the legs down to the floor. Feet are going to fall open at the edges of the mat. Settle the hips and the shoulders down. Arms by your sides, palms up. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Let's tighten the legs up, and the tush and the abs, the arms, the shoulders, the face. And then consciously release all of that tension. Let the body melt down to the floor. Closing your eyes. We're going to breathe through the nose. Just nice smooth breaths. And relax. You can always bring the feet to the floor with the knees bent if that's a little gentler on the lower back. As you're laying here, notice where you're holding tension. Is it in the lower back? Is it in the hips, the shoulders, the jaw? Every inhale, taking a nice cleansing breath. And on the exhale, try to consciously release that tension in those areas. When the mind starts to wander, thoughts start to race, just focus on the breath. Each inhale, each exhale, reminding yourself that in this moment, you're doing this yoga class. There's nothing else to worry about right now. Just be present in the moment and just focus on the breath. Bring the focus to the breath. Bring some awareness to the body. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Slowly bring the feet to the mat, shoulder width apart. And then bring the knees to the chest. Roll to your right side, rest your head on your arm. And then gently, slowly, raise the body up to a seated position. Coming into a cross-legged position again. Close the eyes, we'll sit tall here. Hands can rest on the knees. And we'll breathe. Bring the hands, prayer position, to the chest. And just take note of the body, how relaxed and how centered it is compared to when you first started the class. Just remember, anytime you focus on the breath or do a little yoga, you can find that quiet center again. Last breath here. And you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for joining me this morning. This will be on my Facebook page from now on, and it'll be on YouTube later today. Please share any of my videos with anybody you think might be interested. It's all free. I think we all could use some yoga right now, so I have the yin class, I have a relaxation class, and I have a regular flow class. So please check any of them out, and you can always let me know what you think. Everybody have a good day.